What's going on, guys? Kyle Bradshaw here, sitting in front of the brand new Dunlop TrailMax raid tires. Now Monday, Labor Day, I was able to go out with the Flying Monkey Adventure Riders and put these tires to the test. It was about an hour and a half of straight 90-mile-an-hour highway to get there, and the tires do a really good job. How's it going, guys?
Good, how are you doing?
Good, good. Check these guys out. These guys get some serious air out here on the mountain bike jumps. Yeah, buddy. This is a pretty rad mountain bike course I just found to be able to shoot this little video. Anyway, so almost 2 weeks ago now, I mounted these tires up with the Rabaconda. Now, if you guys are contemplating doing your own tire changes, or you're super frustrated using the manual tools at home in your garage, tire irons and things of that nature, the Rabaconda street tire changer for the adventure bikes is an absolute game changer. I've probably done 15 tire changes now, and it gets smoother and smoother every time. With this particular installation, I actually did a dismount of those Hitman 55 tires on these rims, mounted these raid tires up to my spoked rims, and then put the Hitman back on my stock wheels, all in a matter of about 45 minutes. Love the Rabaconda, can't speak highly enough about it. Now let's get back to the TrailMax raid tires. So I've been commuting on these tires for a week now. Now the first day that I rode these things out of the driveway and got on the highway, they were a little bit sketchy on the California rain groove, especially where there was construction. Anywhere that there was a big gap in the pavement, this tire just wanted to follow that gap and just wanted to follow the line instead of transitioning smoothly over it. Now, having 1,000 miles on these tires now, I can say that that is actually changing. I'm getting a lot less of that today than I was getting the first couple days that I was on the motorcycle. The first thing I did notice as I pulled out of the driveway, though, was this front tire is louder than a lot of the other similar tires that I've been running. I just took the AX41s off that are completely quiet on this particular machine, and these raid tires are definitely louder than the AX41s. I'm hearing a hum out of that front tire that I haven't heard on a lot of other tires out there in this particular 60-40 segment. 60% dirt, 40% street, and that's really what they're going for here. They're building a tire that gives you as much off-road capability and as much on-road capability as you can possibly get. I think the really soft rubber compound is a huge benefit when it comes to the comfort of riding the motorcycle. Something I noticed really quickly was when transitioning over, say, the turtles in the road, the reflectors in the road, super smooth. I don't get any of that jarring feeling that I used to get on some of the other harder, more robust compounds. Now, the softness of the ride that I'm getting on these tires is really due to the fact that it has a really soft compound, a really soft sidewall, and the tire is actually significantly lighter than a lot of the other counterparts that are out there. Now, for those of you looking to get super longevity like you get out of the Mission, I don't think we're going to see that out of these tires, but I could be completely mistaken. I would love to see this tire get tons of mileage, but from what I've seen so far, I just don't think that that's going to happen. So after having been on these tires a week, this last Monday, Labor Day, I was invited to go ride with the Flying Monkey group. Now it's kind of ironic because one of the leaders of that group is Brian Cornelius from Motaz Tires. Now the kind of funny and ironic part is the fact that I'm actually going to a Pacific Power Sports or a Motaz event to test these tires out. But Brian's a good friend of mine. He's who I get all of my Motaz tires from. And I mean, seeing growth like this in the space, it's huge. We had hard-packed dirt with large rocks on top of it. We had deep sand. We had some hill climbs. We had lots of water bars that we were able to jump off of and land into with sandy bottoms. All of those terrains, this tire did really, really well on, with the exception of one very unique characteristic or trait that I felt on this tire that I have never experienced on any other tire that I've run. And that is the front tire in soft, sandy stuff in corners would actually wash out. But the interesting part is it would catch itself and then right itself, and the bike would just ride out straight without me having to put any input into it whatsoever. Completely blew my mind. The first time it happened, I was like, whoa, shoot, I should have gone down right there. And I continued to ride, got into another situation, the front end washed out, and then it rode itself out. Now, an interesting thing is that happened half a dozen or more times throughout the day. Now, when I get up to the top of Thomas Peak, I see two other guys that have these raid tires on their motorcycles. We got a KTM 890 and we have a KLR 650. What's up, guys? The TrailMax Raid, and we got 3 of them. This is the 150/70 17 for the BMWs. That 150 looks rad on the 390. This here is the 130 that's supposed to be on it. You can see it's a lot narrower. This tire here's got about 600 miles on it. So far today, out here in the real world, riding these things, it's been awesome. Here it is on an 890 as well. Again, about 600 miles. Amazing tire on the street. In the soft, sandy stuff, it wants to wash out, but it catches itself and rides itself out every time. Pretty rad. Out here having fun, getting you the lowdown details on the TrailMax Raid tire. He's running, of course, both those bikes, the KLR and the 890, are running the 21-inch front, which is significantly skinnier and a much rounder profile than I was expecting to see out of this tire. Whereas here on the 390, we're running the 110, and you can see that it's much, much wider, a lot bigger platform when rolling across the earth. Now, after giving that dissertation, they actually said that they felt exactly the same things that I have experienced on this tire. For the first 500 to 1,000 miles, it was a little sketchy on the highway, but it completely smoothed itself out. Both of them had just over 600 miles on their tires when I had talked to them. So we're all brand new to this tire. We've only had them on for a couple weeks, and in my case, just over 1,000 miles. So from what I can tell you is the tread pattern of these tires is great for the dirt. It handled everything that we threw at it. Large rocks, it was able to roll over and kind of soak them up, and it was a much smoother ride than some of the more dense carcasses like the Heidenau tires. Man, those things are like, it's really, really jarring. And that's just a case of the actual rubber and carcass makeup of the tires. The TrailMax Mission, I kind of felt the same thing. Like, there's not any give in that sidewall. Now, flexing this sidewall as compared to the Mission, I'll have to show you some side-to-side comparisons. The Mission is super heavy, super robust sidewall. The durometer reading is off the charts. So over 70, where this thing's down, it's almost 80 actually. And this guy here is down there right around the low 60s. So the softness of the rubber on these tires is a lot softer than those. The carcass and structure of the sidewall is a lot softer and a lot more flexible as well. Overall, at the end of the day, amazing tire. It's a little bit louder on the highway, follows the grooves sometimes now, not all the time. So that's actually wearing in and becoming a little bit better. But smoothness and comfort of this tire on the highway is right up there at the very, very top. Now, the one thing I'm really looking forward to see is what the longevity of these tires are going to look like over the long haul. I do know that in the twisties, these things are absolutely amazing. They stick to the ground and they just work. In the dirt, they did a great job, except for the losing the front end. I don't quite understand that one. But the fact that it rides itself and rides itself out is a huge benefit. Anyway, those there are my first ride feelings. I'm so sorry, you guys that listened to that first video that I launched, that you're seeing playing in the background here. The audio of that helmet and that setup, it was great in the garage before I left, but as soon as I got this thing out there into the wind, it just went to shit, and I apologize greatly for that. Anyway, affiliate links are down below. I'm really bummed out that Rocky Mountain ATV does not have these listed on their website as of yet, because I would love to give you a link to that. And Amazon doesn't have them either, so I can't give you a link to the Amazon affiliate either. But those links will be down there. And if you're going to purchase from Amazon or Rocky Mountain in the near future, please click those links down there so I get a little bit of a kickback from them as you guys are making your purchase. Of course, it costs you nothing extra, but it benefits me and the channel and the family. So I really, really appreciate you. If you're looking for Motos tires, there's a link up above. I just launched a new website 2 weeks ago. We got Barkbusters, we got Mitos, we got Motos. I'm working on getting a bunch of other stuff up on there. So yeah, if you guys are looking for those things, please take a look at that website URL at the very top there. And of course, Nelson Rig and Rig Gear Adventure. If you guys want any of their products, you can use coupon code Kyle25 and gets you 25% off. Anyway, if you have any questions about these tires, please leave a comment down below. If you have experience on them, I'd love to hear if you're feeling or seeing the same things that I'm seeing. I always love to compare notes and to see how different bikes handle different tires differently. The brand new Dunlop TrailMax Raid. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, take care and ride safe out there.